Guys, welcome once again to Let's Talk FGC. It's been, I believe, a month and a little bit that we haven't had an episode, but we are back again with season 3. And I know we're an hour or so delayed, but these are the things that happen in life. So here we are. I know that we had a lot of people scheduled to come in and watch then, but you guys know it's a podcast, so you can always watch the episode back and obviously listen to it back. If this is your first time here and you are coming back to the podcast, you know what it is. It's Let's Talk FGC. It's a first to 10 Q&A between me and my guest for the day. It's a deep dive into what the FGC might not know about them, their views, and some interesting topics along the way. If you'd like to follow me and find out more about FGC Africa and Sheldzable, hit !socials in the chat on YouTube or Twitch. Today's guest is one of the louder voices in the NRS FGC of Africa. The man takes no prisoners and tells it how it is. Gematrix has him under their flags. He is placed third at PSG 2018 for MKXL, and more importantly, at ACGLs Injustice 2 Legendary League Pro Series, he was the champion. You've seen him competing in tournaments that matter most. ZAZA, how are you doing, my dude?
I'm good. I don't know about you on your end. How are you?
Yeah, man, all good this side. It's been a busy day. Work's been busy, but, been sorting out the podcast, getting people to come on. And you were like, yes, please, I will definitely want to open up season 3. And here you are.
Yeah, happy to be here. Well, I wanted to be here last season, but understood we had Can of Africa and also that tournament, so we had to wait.
Yeah, exactly. We were busy sorting out Khan of Africa and it was MKX Revival. Fortunately, I could only have my hands so busy. So I'm glad that we're back here doing the podcast and finally getting to sit down with you. Let's go straight into question number 1. And I want to hear about your intro into the FGC and competitive fighting games mainly. Give me the long story. Where did you, from a kid, when did you get started introduction into fighting games?
Okay, fighting games, it was MK9. I remember quite well. MK9 came out, and also I was more of an FPS guy, so we had Call of Duty Black Ops 1 then. So there was MK9, and I was pretty much bored with shooters, so I wanted to try something different or new. And then MK9 was there on the scene. I wasn't really a fighting game person, but I had a couple of friends, like most of the guys from the Zambian FGC. They used to play it. Tried to play it a bit with them, but then I was kind of ass because they'll be doing their combos, and I was there just trying to figure out what does this button do, what does that button do. But then I was too impatient. I just put it on the side. I was like, you know what? I'll get into fighting games when a fresh new one comes out so that we can all begin at the same time. So and that game was Injustice Gods Among Us. I made sure I got it day one, started learning it, watched some videos on YouTube, and that's how I even came across with this an American FGC. I used to see names like Perfect Legend, Sonic Fox, DJT, and I was just wondering who the hell are these people and why are they doing all these things? Maybe I can also do these things. They look cool,
Yeah.
Yeah, so from Justice Gods Among Us, I had an interest in fighting games. And they were quite interesting. So from there, just kept pushing, had passion for the game. Yeah, and from there it took me to MKX, played it, Injustice 2, and now MK11.
And now MK11. Well, yeah, this is one of the biggest things. Is obviously your biggest name comes down to Injustice, but we'll get to that. Well, it's good to see that I had a lot of people that you obviously, if you start a game from the beginning as it comes out, it's nice to keep up. Because I think about it now, I was looking at Mortal Kombat 11 the other day and I saw that it was on sale for I don't know, £15 this side, and I was like, shit, man, I bought the game for £80 when it first came out. But if I had to pick up the game now, I feel like I'd be absolutely eaten. I just wouldn't be able to. It would take me so long to catch up, and by that time, as likely
There's
that
a new game.
yeah, there's a new game,
Mm-hmm.
Injustice 3 or MK12. So yeah, so
Yeah, true.
that's where they get us. They make us buy exorbitant prices right at the beginning, and you got to get good from the beginning.
Yeah, like look at Tekken. Like we even have it for free on Game Pass. But then even if you have it for free, like that's a legacy game. You need decades of practice, so you just can't jump into it.
I did. I tried that the other day actually. I also got on Game Pass, and I tried out Nina. What's her name? Nina. It's one of the two sisters. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Nina Williams.
Nina Williams. I was like, man, this chick's cool. I'm gonna like learn her strings, and I was like, shit, this is so hard.
You forgot. Yeah,
I was like, dude, I don't remember
same.
this
Like
at all.
30 minutes into practice, you've already forgotten what string you were trying to learn. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And then I went online and just got absolutely eaten. So I was like, yeah, I need to. It's gonna take me a long time to get good at Tekken 7 again. So yeah, give me time. I'll get good. I'll get good. I promise. Let's go straight into question number 2. I sat down with I would say your teammate and your team manager, Mr. 5000 and Cholware respectively. But you've
yes.
got a different role in Gematrix, and that you're team captain. So I'm sure that comes with some interesting responsibilities. So yeah, so for those who don't know, ZAZA is part of the only esports organization or at least the first esports
Yeah.
organization in Zambia that is Team Gematrix. And yeah, you became team captain. I believe you also got picked up at PSG, is that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That was our first international tournament.
In Kenya.
Yeah, in Kenya. That
Nice
was
one.
in 2018.
Yeah. So I take it you got picked up, and obviously you had some awesome results with ACGL, some with Mortal Kombat 11, loads with MKX. But take us what the role entails for a team captain, because you'll be the first team captain we have on the podcast.
Yeah, so basically, I think my role usually helps when it comes to for practicing for an international tournament or for traveling for an international tournament, because I have to make sure things are in order, where we have to go, like all the hotel bookings and everything. Like I'm the one who will be like in charge of all of.
Looks like we've lost him there. Let me see if I can get him back quickly. Sorry, guys. Let me take you over to our holding screen while I get the man back. Sorry guys, for those who are joining and are obviously hearing a little bit of a quiet spell right in the beginning. We've just lost our guest for the day. So I'm just trying to get him back in here. Alright guys, just waiting for a response there. We'll get right back into it. So guys, we've obviously got a couple new episodes coming out shortly. We've got a whole bunch of people lined up. I'll take you through our list of people that we got potentially on the horizon. We've got the Stabs, who will obviously be taking a little bit of time to get onto the stream. So he's potentially a next year kind of guy. We have Brian the Beast. He's coming on next year. Just reading you guys. Zambia's so out there in esports. I hope and now we'll get there too. Yeah, Motionless. I think Zambia's been doing some extra things when it comes to esports. The players have really been grinding really hard, and I've spoken to a lot of them, and they're very big in the NRS scene down south and east, as you'll see on our FGC Africa streams, and obviously Charlie Wolf and myself. Yeah, I've got Brian the Beast from Kenya. He's coming on. He's an MKXL player himself, so we'll have him on shortly. I'm in talks to get Jarby M from Street Fighter. I've got to make contact, but I'm pushing to get him in. I don't know if I'm supposed to involve, but yeah, we obviously got ZAZA today, who unfortunately has just dipped. So waiting to hear from him where he's at. Theosis ZA, my man, how's it going? Sure you guys can all hear that. Let's get it back into the chat. There he is. Can you hear me all good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let's get right back into it. Alright, guys. Nothing like a little bit of an African hiccup midway through.
The usual.
The usual. Exactly. We've got a legend in the Twitch chat. Theosis has joined in. For those who don't know, he was a MKXL player as well. He had one of the most epic Melinas, so good to see him, and he streams, so big shout out to him. Theosis, please go check out his Twitch channel and his YouTube. Great streamer. So where were we? We were talking about you organizing hotels and where to be at the venues for the players, where they need to be at, and such like that. So that's what your role entails, I assume, as well as being a good sparring partner.
Yeah, you have to make sure everything's on point, we haven't missed out everything, more of an organizer. Or in case of anything, you need queries about the team and all that stuff, you can always ask me.
Alright, well, I'll remember that for myself as well when I need to, when I'm also joining Team Gematrix and traveling the world. Talking about the state of the FGC in Africa, Motionless Gaming actually mentioned it in the chat. He said, Zambia is out there when it comes to esports. He's like, I hope Malawi will get there too. South Africa and Zambia seem to be quite heavy hitters in the south and east. But how do you feel about the FGC in Africa as a whole in its current state, and what can be done by all of us to improve it?
For the FGC in Africa, I think it's headed the right direction, but the only difficulties we're having is inclusiveness to most of these international events. Because when you look at most the Pro Tours and just most of these events, Africa is never included. We always have to push, and we were lucky we were included in the Colosseum because Mr. Aquaman has love for us and all that stuff.
Yeah, FGC Africa had put a lot of effort into exposing the scene, and
That's true. That's actually, and I'm glad we have FGC Africa because, if anything, you need footage or admins or need any contacts, at least we now have FGC Africa, which oversees all of that. So I think it would be much easier.
Yeah, I think you're right in saying that we're on the right path. Hey, we just need to keep the exposure, and hopefully with the next games that launch, we can have a big foot in the door. We have a foot in the door, ready to go, whatever may come. We've got the players. We've got the contacts, we've got people to get involved, and I'm sure we will see that when the next one comes around, because obviously South Africa just had Red Bull hit the streets with one of the guys going off to Las Vegas, which is huge. Dax,
that was very, very huge.
Yeah, that's huge. And obviously NRS titles Injustice gets a lot more love because it's not so violent.
Yeah, true.
And I suspect that will be the case for the next game. So we need to be on the ball, ready to go as it happens. So, talking about recognition and exposure, as you've obviously had, uh,
Mm-hmm.
something that happened, I would say, arguably for you, is something quite big in terms of views. So, ACGL had a clip of you winning the Injustice 2 Legendary League. And I think you obviously clipped it and posted it on your Twitter of you winning the 5,000 Rand when you won it. And it's racked up almost 17,000 views on Twitter. Damn.
Yeah, I never expected it because I was just so excited. Like, I'll just post this on my social and like, forget about it. Go celebrate at home. Next thing I know, my phone is blowing up.
Yeah, that must have been really exciting. You know, for someone that obviously hasn't had that kind of exposure before. But my biggest thing for you was you embraced it so hard. This is my favorite thing. You embraced it so hard that you went and just changed your name from ZAZA to Legendary League winner for for the longest
Yeah,
time.
because the odds weren't in my favor, and if I remember very well, like I was participating because of the sake of participating. Because I think the favorite to win were Brandon, Mr. 5000, and I think what was the third one? Should be that the other Brandon who used to use Catwoman. Wonder
Yes.
how he's doing them. Yeah, those were the favorites, and I was just like, just having fun playing. Next thing, I'm in the grand final. I don't even know who to pick.
And it was a long final. You guys fought for 45 minutes. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, because Injustice, it's counter picking was because I remember I went Starfire.
Yeah.
No, I went Green Lantern first. And then
Starfire
he went
versus
Super.
Adam, hey? Black Adam.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a back and forth. First, it was Superman, Green Lantern. I lost because it was a bad matchup. So I went Starfire to counterpick Superman. And then he went Black Adam to counterpick Starfire. And then I went back to Green Lantern to counter Black Adam because it was a 5-5. So I was like, at least we're even. And then it was a back and forth from there until it went down to the last match.
Yeah, it was a very exciting match setup. I mean, I watched it live back in the day, but I did watch it back now, and it was awesome to watch back again. And so yeah, so you adopted the name Legendary League winner, and everyone knows about it. They call you that in chat because you just said, this is my name now, and people will remember it, and they do. Every time they hear ZAZA, they go the Legendary League winner, hands down. So what is it like for you to be represented like that? Do you feel a sense of pride and accomplishment, or is there more to it?
Yeah, I think the reason I really embraced that name is because like you said, when I posted that clip, it drew a lot of attention from the international FGC community. Because I think from then, Mr. Aquaman got in contact with me. We spoke. I asked about the African community. Also, I spoke to Taken Master and Shakti. Just from that post, we exchanged numbers. We talked, and yeah, I talked to a lot of people just from there, and like we now interact and know each other from that. So it was kind of a very nice moment for me because at least I got to connect with the other community, which I used to watch growing up.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that. That's a big highlight, and I'm sure you'll remember that for as long as your days go. So now we obviously know the name behind Legendary League winner, but this is my staple question on every episode: is we've got to find out where the names come from. Now you've got two gamer tags. You've obviously got ZAZA, and you've also got Preez's Crust. So give us the history behind two. Where did both of those names come from?
I think Weezers came from, I don't know if you remember that Kanye West album, Yeezus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, I think it was during that period, like I used to play that album a lot, and my friends were like, yeah, kind of becoming blasphemous, like instead of calling me Jesus, they just called me Weezers. Like, just became a funny thing. Then from there, like, it just became a gamer tag.
Oh, cool. As things happen it eventually becomes your gamer tag. Yeah,
You know,
that's
happened randomly.
nice. Good to hear. I like those. It's always good to hear those. Well, guys, that's the first half of our first to 10. If you guys are here for the first time, please, you can see all the plugs underneath the names. I'm on at Sheldzable on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. The Sheldzable, obviously, on PlayStation, but just every single one of them is Sheldzable. And more importantly, ZAZA's got all of his handles underneath his name. But I couldn't find your YouTube, so I don't know if you want to plug that.
I'll send you a link.
Cool, that'll be good. I'll pop it in the video's description. So if you're listening to this back or watching it back, you can find ZAZA's underneath. We're into the bonus questions. Now these ones are going to be completely different. And I'm going to just split fire you. You tell me, you give me your best answer that comes from the top of your head. You tell me.
Okay.
So, how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
700?
700, he says. That's a good number, I'd say. 700 would be a good amount. And what would be your weapon of choice in a zombie apocalypse?
It would definitely be a sword, a katana rather.
A katana. Cool. Awesome. Can see you probably. Do you play Rogue Company at all?
Rogue Company.
Yeah, have you played it at all?
I've played it before, but I didn't like it. It was kind of too easy, so I just deleted it.
Too easy for the Legendary League winner. I'll remember that. Here's me playing it.
Yeah,
thinking
maybe
it's hard. Alright, so going into the next first of 5, question number 6 is, Mortal Kombat hasn't really we've seen you recently or rarely. My question really comes down to is, were you disappointed when Injustice 2 came to its end of its life cycle? And what made it your preferred fighter over, say, Mortal Kombat or Tekken?
So I'll start with answering the first question, how I felt when the life cycle was over. I wasn't too sad because I was kind of waiting and anticipating for the next game, and then from there I would determine how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when MK11, when they were announcing it, the demos and all that looked promising, but when the game came out, I was kind of disappointed. It wasn't something we were actually looking forward to. But then looking back at Injustice, it wasn't too sad the game was over, because that game was retarded. Just take a lot from you. So I was kind of happy I don't have to dodge projectiles the whole game.
Fair enough. I must say, I spoke to Paris Rama about it. He said that, Injustice 2 was still was a legacy fighter. It was exactly as God Among Us was. So nothing had really evolved. So for a lot of people, they were dealing with the same kind of gripes, whereas MK11 kind of went back to MK9 as well, legacy backwards, and nothing really changed. So I'm excited to see what happens next in the next fight, or what they decide to evolve it in, what way that they can retain players this time around. On that note, fighting games aren't the all-seeing competitive fighters that we all play. Obviously, this is Let's Talk FGC, but there's no ways you're only playing fighting games. So, what other games are you competing in at a high level?
Competing in I play shooters at a high level, but I don't really compete in shooters.
So you're playing at a high
But
level, but you haven't competed in anything recently?
Recently, no. The last time I competed in a shooter tournament was like 7 years ago.
Oh damn! Okay, so that's a long time. And what was the last tournament that you entered for FGC Africa related?
Last tournament. I think it was qualifiers for CAN of Africa. Not this one, but the first one.
Yeah.
The one where Killjoy won.
Okay.
So I think that was, last year?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. You haven't. Yeah, you haven't. I think I saw you play in some other tournament. I think it might have been CGL.
Yeah, the last...
the second CGL
11.
tournament that we hosted.
Yeah, season 2.
Yeah, that's the one. How did you do?
Season 2. Somewhere in pools.
I got drowned in pools.
Somewhere. I remember I was actually laughing at... in fact, I remember Z was laughing at me, and then he also got eliminated somewhere there, so it just became a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was there was somewhere in qualifiers.
Yeah, for those who don't know who Z is, Z the Janitor, I Heart to Mop, is someone who's also been on the podcast before. If you'd like to go see his episode, he's also got some interesting history when it comes to the South African FGC, and he's a man that likes to cause salt. And I think ZAZA and himself are easily one of the two players in the scene that'll make you lose just simply by mind games. So be careful. I think this next question wouldn't be fair if I didn't split it into two. And you're the first person I'm going to ask this to. So I think it's a fitting thing to do. So first question of this two-parter is, who is your favorite African player at the moment? Only one, and why?
At the moment?
Yeah.
It's definitely Mark the Shark.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I love the way he's evolved. Like, he just used to be X-Ray 92 Mark, and then like he evolved into something big, and now we just call him Mark the Shark. And his play style, like, it's always interesting to watch. He always does something new, and the characters he uses, like, especially like when he's fighting Mr. 5000, I like watching that set because both of them bring random stuff to the table. Like, you don't know who they're going to pick or how they're going to mash or when they're going to flash block. Like,
Yeah.
they just have that unique style. Like, when you're expecting them to mash, but then they'll play neutral, they'll outspace you, outplay you. Like, it's always interesting to watch.
Definitely, I agree with you. He has definitely been that. I like how you said he's like a Pokemon. That he was X-Ray 92 and he's kind of like evolved into Mark the Shark.
Yep.
I'm gonna remember that because it's a very good, insightful way of looking at it. That's for sure. And if I wouldn't be fair if I didn't get to ask you, who is your least favorite player in the African scene?
Least favorite. It's a tie between Mindless and Mr. Walkback himself, Mr. Make Us Smile.
Mr. Walkback.
But it's definitely Mindless, really.
Mindless. Okay, I know she watches the podcast every now and then, so I'll tag her. That's hilarious, Mr. Walkback. That's funny. Yeah, well, great. I'm going to keep that question in because I think you did it perfectly. Just shoot some daggers at some players. So this is where we get into the nitty gritty, which is always awesome to find out. And I'll break this down a little for each section so that you know it. So it's kind of what is your favorite in this time of your life? So I'm going to go through movies, series, food, and music, and then your games. So it can be of all time, or it can be your favorite right now. Up to you, okay? So give me your favorite movies at this time of your life.
This year, like, currently?
Yeah.
Currently, it's definitely 007, No Time to Die.
Was it that good? I haven't seen it yet.
It's that good. I think it's Daniel Craig's best movie, despite him being the worst Bond we've ever had.
Fair enough. Okay.
But it's definitely a contender for top 3 all-time Bond movies because it was definitely that good and the story was on point. I would have explained why it's in my top 3 all-time Bond movies, but that would be a spoiler. So
Yeah, fair
I'll just
enough.
let people watch and they'll understand why.
Okay, cool. Favorite series? Favorite show that you're watching?
Favorite show currently right now is Ted Lasso because I'm a soccer fan and it's a show about soccer. So
Cool. I heard that that's really funny. I've got it ready to go. I've just got to watch it. I heard it's quite good.
yeah, it won a lot of awards recently. You should say it's a very good comedy.
Okay, cool. I'm in. I'm in. Favorite music?
Currently, it's Amapiano from
I'm a,
you guys.
I'm a piano.
Yeah, from SA.
Ah,
It's a new thing on the block.
well now I'm gonna have to check it out. Never heard of it. I'm a
Yeah,
piano.
you should.
House music that emerged in South Africa in 2012 is a hybrid of deep house, jazz, and lounge music. Well, yeah, I know I want to love that already. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I will check that out. Next question is, what is your favorite food?
Definitely pork chops.
Dude, pork chops. Love pork chops.
Yeah,
Now, do you like them flame grilled or just in the pan?
just in the time.
Okay, cool. And then, this is my favorite one, is to always find out, because ultimately we're all gamers, and give us your top 5 games of your life.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put them in.
You don't have to put them in
Maybe.
order. You can try your best, obviously.
Okay, Gears of War series. That's number 1.
Okay. You can put that
Yeah.
under one series. Let's make it fair and give us your favorite Gears of War game though from the series.
It's a tough one. I would say Gears of War Judgment.
Judgment, the one with the 2 side characters.
Yeah, but in fact, they're my favorite. I love Bird more than Marcus Phoenix
Fair enough.
because of his stupid jokes and he's never serious.
I loved it. I mean, I used to have an Xbox, and I played all the Gears up until 4, which I now need to do. So I'm yet to do them, but I will do it because I've got it on PlayStation. Well, Game Pass.
And the next game is Halo 3. Definitely Halo 3.
A classic. You can't go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Third game, Justice Gods Among Us.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one. Fourth game,
2 more.
WWE Here Comes the Pain.
Here Comes the Pain. Was that on PS2, PS1?
PS2.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the best WWE games.
You obviously remember it fondly for playing it with your mates or playing it at home, eh?
Mm-hmm. Fifth game for time. John Woo's Stranglehold. It was on Xbox 360.
Haven't heard of that one. I have to check it out. Alright, well there we go.
It was. Yeah.
We got your top 5. I'll remember that when I see you on Twitter posting about them. So as soon as I do a remaster or a remake, I mean, you can decide whether it's going to be trash or not. We've got our first chat question coming in there, guys. Just a reminder for those watching, you can ask anything in the chat, and I'll ask it at the end of the stream. We're in our last question of the first to 10 side of things. Let's talk Nemesis. Nemesis is, how do you say that word? Nemesis I? Nemesis I. Anyways, an FGC Africa drama. You know, this scene is not without a drama and egos being hurt. You know, I've seen you go through some, and I've heard of some that we're going through. We won't get into details, but obviously I know of some. But let's talk. What is your advice to players joining this community? How to stay headstrong and keeping your ego above it all?
The best way to stay strong, I think, you just have to fight everyone. Don't duck anyone. Like, just play everyone. The moment you start trying to avoid people, like, people start getting ideas, and that's how drama stuff. Like, just when we meet online, they don't play me, don't tag me, all that stuff. So the best way, just play everyone, win or lose, just take it the way it is. The game.
It's just a game. No ducking.
Yep.
Number one rule is no ducking. Yeah, I think someone asked the other day, they said, what is ducking? I was like, oh, yeah, it's like, out of context, it's kind of like no one actually understands that term. Yeah, it's to duck. You're ducking from the fight. For those who just joined in, yeah. We've got our first bonus question for the end of chat. We've got two, actually. And Stabs wants to know, how much KFC did you buy with the prize money from Injustice 2? And I guess partly that question is, what did you buy with the money?
I bought a Samsung VR set. By then, I had the Note 8. Just came out, so I got a Note 8. And then part of the prize money, I got a brand new VR set because I was excited. I wanted to try something new.
Yeah.
And the other money, what game did I buy? I remember buying a game. It was Call of Duty. I pre-ordered a Call of Duty game, which I regret.
Which I regret. Fair enough.
Yeah. But I pretty much got a VR set from the prize money.
I just sold my VR set the other day to buy my PS5. I don't think I could get anything else now. Like now I'm just kind of like, I had Oculus, and I was like, I'm going to sell it. And then what else? And then I sold my PS4. And then I was able to, I think I have to put in like another £100 to buy the PlayStation 5, which I felt like was a good trade-in. I saw you sold your Xbox the other day.
Yeah, it's still about. No one wants it. I want to get a Steam Deck. Did you see the trailer?
I haven't yet. Does it look cool?
Definitely. It's a very cool idea because having a next-gen PC as a handheld. So, pretty much a better version of the Switch, I guess.
Okay. So that's the next console jam for you. You're gonna go over to Steam Deck.
Yeah, I'll definitely go on the Steam Deck.
Cool.
Because I still have Game Pass on it and all that stuff, so I'm alright.
Oh, there we go. You've got everything you need in one place, eh? Nice. Stabs asks, what 3 characters do you want to see in Injustice 3?
I don't really care about the cast. As long as Green Lantern is there, I'm good. They can put who they want. They can add Kubi and Shaggy. I don't mind. As long as Green Lantern returns.
Shaggy. Yeah, I saw them put it in that movie the other day, the latest Mortal Kombat movie. They put it as like a little intro. As like a little cater to the fans. That's quite clever of them. You gotta appreciate the thoughts and process that they know that this, the scene does love the nonsense. That's the first to 10 side of things, man. Well done. You made it through. You survived. You've made it through your first podcast, first to 10. It's a different format. It's a different meta. But now we get into the competitive side of things, and I'm going to explain the obviously the Speedfire Fun Trivia Quiz, which you have yet to play in and have yet to see. So you're about to learn the rules right from the beginning. So it's same as last season. It's basically trivia questions that are based on anything and everything. Answers are welcome in chat if you guys would like to participate. You have 5 to 10 seconds to answer every question. Okay. The quiz is out of 7, meaning that there are bonus points on certain questions. You obviously will set the precedent for the rest of the season because you'll be the first person to go onto the leaderboard. So one of the questions is out of 2. You've got 6 questions this time around.
All right.
Charlie Wolf won the first season with Killjoy in second place. Second season had Mark the Shark win it. In second place was Blino. So third season players are going to go off into a head-to-head with the other season winners. So ZAZA, take this seriously. Think before you answer. Okay.
All right.
Cool. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Question number 1 is, what is the total number of characters playable in Injustice 2?
35.
Oh, so close. 38.
38.
Oh, you said it second time round. I'll give you half a point for that. Because as I said it, you said the answer. So I'll give you half a point there. This one's going to be a bit of geographical one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Until 1964, Zambia was known as Northern Rhodesia. True or false?
True.
Correct. Name 6 of the DLC characters from Injustice 2.
Black Manta, Hellfire, Red Hood, the Ninja Turtles, Sub-Zero, and Raiden.
Yeah, well done. You didn't need any more. That was for 2 points. Well done.
2.5.
Don't try to give yourself 3 points. Name all the DLC characters. Question 4 is, what is the shortest complete English sentence?
It's complete.
I'll give you a hint. It's one word.
One word. I'll pass.
Pass. The shortest one is go. It's a
Wow.
go. That's it. That's the complete sentence. Okay. What are people with trypanophobia afraid of? Pardon?
Like small holes or small spaces?
Damn, you were right. You were on the right chain of thought. It's the fear of injections.
Ah. I see.
Okay, and this one is the trick question for the night. And what English word is always spelt incorrectly?
What is spelled incorrectly? Damn, they're quite a number.
Think about it. It's a trick question.
Yeah, it's quite tricky. Spelled incorrectly. Yeah.
Want to give it a go?
Receive?
Receive. What? Stab's asking again. It's not receive. I'll ask it again. What English word is always spelt incorrectly? No luck there, Zaza. It is the word incorrectly.
Damn, that was tricky.
Told you. He did. Stabs did get it in chat. Well done. And that's well done. You did get it. You did pretty well here. You got 3.5 out of 7. That's a good. Heading to going into into the rest of the season. You lost 3.5 points there. So close.
Damn.
But you did good. You did good. Guys, that's the end of the stream here. All I'm going to say is thanks for tuning in. And before you go, check out my YouTube and more episodes coming. Please follow me on Twitter. Please check out ZAZA's handles as well. His YouTube will be in the video description once he sends the link on later. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, please follow me. Spread the love. If you have ideas on trivia questions, feel free to DM them to me on Twitter. Next interview is on the 26th, I believe, 26th of October. And we have Brian the Beast from Kenya, an MKX only player. And like every stream that I do with Let's Talk FGC, Zaza, I asked for you to give us some closing words.
Closing words. Stop mashing.
Perfect.
Don't mash.
Don't mash. You heard it right here. GG's, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Right. Bye.